Hey guys, my name is Wildcard and welcome back to my channel. Finally, the first test is approaching. 2021 British and Irish Lions Tour versus South Africa. The teams has been announced, it's all locked in, ready to go. Now, first of all, I've spent a lot of time making this video here. It's top 10 most shocking moments. It's a bit of a funny video. And yeah, if you want to go check it out, have a bit of a laugh, I would greatly appreciate it. I think you probably will like this. It's probably the best video I've made on this channel. So take a look. If you enjoy, I'll put the links down below. And let's get started with this team preview. First up, Warren Gatland. I think he's got one over Razzie Erasmus already before the test has even started. Okay, so Razzie has announced the Springboks team about almost 20 hours ago. Okay, so yesterday. And I was expecting the Lions to be announced yesterday, but nah, Warren waited almost a full day before releasing the Lions team. And he basically allowed Gatland to study the lineup of the Springboks and make adjustments according to the lineup, as we shall talk about in a minute. It's, should this be allowed? I feel like Gatland has cheated a little bit here, because he's looked at the lineup from the Springboks and definitely made some adjustments according to, by the looks of it. First up, the Springboks announced their team, right? One of the glaring theme, I guess, for the Springboks is that they have this reserve front rowers, tight heads, props particularly. Mbonambi is the starting hooker, yes, but the props, they're the reserve props as their starting position. And the Springboks has their starting props, or many to believe starting props, Steven Kitsoff and Franz Malherbe on the bench. And Malherbe is the guy that single-handedly destroyed the English scrum to win the Rugby World Cup in 2019. He should be starting. There's no reason for him to be on the bench. Kitsoff was in the World Cup, but he was on the bench. So technically you can say Kitsoff was on the bench. Malcolm Marx was on the bench as well. But Malherbe is the big one that he should be starting. And as you can see that Warren Gatland kind of loaded up the reserves over the kind of loaded up the reserve props more than the starting props a little bit. But I am actually surprised to see Roy Sutherland is a loose head over Vinopola. I did think that Vinopola would make it, but maybe they looked at Malherbe and thought Vinopola had a tough time against him in the World Cup. So they definitely did make changes here specifically for the props before they announced the team. I guarantee you, there's no way they looked at this reserve lineup from the Springboks and thought, yeah, we're not going to make any changes before we announce the team. So definitely, just the fact that Rory isn't here over Marco Vinopola, I am very skeptical. And also, this is probably the first time I thought the reserves are more important than the starting team. As you can see, Gatland really loaded up on the reserve team. And you can see that Kyle Sinclair, Ken Owens are both just world-class front rowers here. Hamish Watson, world-class. And more surprisingly, Conor Murray is on the bench. He was the captain before Alan Wynne-Jones came back. Owen Farrell on the bench. Probably the most consistent player in the Lions tour so far. One of the most consistent player in terms of in fly half or in our inside center position. I don't care what your criticisms are, but just by the recent games that he's played, he's way more better than Bigger. To be really fair, to be really frank, Liam Williams as well on the bench. It really looks like Warren Gatland's trying to finish off the game in the second half here and try to put the Springboks out of action. Springboks has a bit of changes, has a much stronger backline. So Springboks has their pretty much World Cup backline back in the fold. And this is, I dare to say, the exact starting backline for the Rugby World Cup. And yeah, everybody's here. And I'm very surprised that Ali Price is starting over Connor Murray. And Dan Biggar as well. But yeah. And Elliot Daly as center. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that. 4-pack, biggest change for the Lions team. Alan Wynne-Jones is starting at number 5. After having 20, 28, 27 minutes against the Stormers on the weekend. Well, he's fit. But I just thought, well, maybe ease him into it. But yeah, Warren Gatland thinks very highly of Alan Wynne-Jones. Is putting him straight into the fray, into the starting team for the forwards. In fact, I did remember Alan Wynne-Jones made a mistake with the first line out, so he did look a little bit rusty. I'm very surprised that he's starting. I thought he would come on in the second. I did think he was going to play, but I did think he was going to come on in the second half. Very, very surprising there. Maori Toje, pretty good choice there. Corley Laws, Tom Curry, Jack Conan, the back three. Against Sia Khaleesi, Peter Sip-Dutoy, and Kawaga Smith. Yeah. I think the front rowers are probably the most surprising. Luke Cowan Dickey at number 2, Ty Furlong at number 3. I mean, these are great players. Don't get me wrong. Wynne-Jones, absolute great players. But I did feel like they did make some changes here somewhere to adjust for the Springboks. Let me know what you think. Anyway, let's go to the exact details. Have a look at the players' comparison. All right. At the first starting position, number 1 position, Ox Nish. 2 caps for Springboks, 104 kilograms, 73 centimeters tall, 173 centimeters tall. He's up against Wynne-Jones, 35 caps for Wales, 183 centimeters tall and 118 kilograms. At a hooker position, this is probably the rock for the lineouts. One of the most important pieces of the puzzle for the Springbok lineout. Bungi Mbonabi. He is 37 caps, 108 kilograms, 175 centimeters. He started in the Rugby World Cup finals, and he's just one of the most solid performers for the Springboks, especially when it comes to set pieces. He's up against Luke Cowan Dickey, 31 tests for England, 183 centimeters, 111 kilograms. Number 3 spot, tight head, Trevor Nyanke, 47 caps for the Springboks, 121 kilos, 178 centimeters. He did struggle a little bit against Georgia and against and he played for the South Africa A side, and he struggled a little bit against the British and Irish Lions as well. So I hope he does a little bit better this game. I really did not expect him to be starting. I thought he would be coming off the bench, to be really frank. But Radzi is smarter than me. He probably wanted to put a finishing pack on the second half. So yeah, we'll see how he goes. But this could be something to watch out for throughout the game. Up against Ty Furlong, 49 caps for Ireland, 184 centimeters, 119 kilograms. Ty Furlong actually is one of the better players from the Irish team throughout the season, despite their slightly below average performance this year in Six Nations. The 4-pack from the Ireland team has been very, very solid. And yeah, it's good to see Ty Furlong here. And I think he's probably going to give Nyanke a bit of trouble. Actually, Ox Nish a little bit of trouble this game. Wynne-Jones, we'll see how he fares up against Nyanke. I think Nyanke might struggle a little bit as well here. So we shall see how the scrum goes in the game for the South African team. Now, lineouts. Ibn Isbeth, he's by far the best player in probably in the 4-pack. He's been around the Springboks for a very long time. He's been a core player for the Springboks since like the last generation of the Springboks. He's absolutely probably the best, one of the best second rows in the world. 86 caps, 123 kilograms, 203 centimeters tall. He's a massive guy, and he's just an absolute solid rock. The backbone of the Springbok forward pack, basically. He's up against Mauro Itoje from England. Mauro Itoje has done really, really well for England as well. He's one of the guys who really likes to push himself in the breakdowns a little bit. He sometimes gets himself offside going for those charge downs, but he does have quite a bit of reach, and he does push himself that little bit to try to get a bit of advantage over the opposition team. So Mauro Itoje, definitely a good matchup here against Ibn Isbeth. At number 5, Franco Mostert. 40 caps, 112 kilograms, 2 centimeters tall. Mostert, I think he was in the reserve team for the Rugby World Cup. Diego was starting. So it's interesting to see that they wanted to save Lou Diego for the reserves for the Springboks. Again, Radzi definitely wanted to pack a bit more punch in the second half of the game. He's up against the most capped player in the history of rugby, Alan Wynne-Jones. 184 caps for Wales, 198 centimeters tall, 120 kilograms. I think he's like 55 years old or something. He's like, I don't know. And he's made of alien technology, right? Someone please just like make sure, cut him open to make sure he's not just like a Terminator skeleton inside of him. Because he had a shoulder dislocation against Japan at the start of the Lions tour. And he's recovered in less than a month. He's back in 21 days. He played his first game last week, so 21 days. Really, really amazing athleticism, I guess. All we can do is, whatever technology you have, Alan, please share it around, because I would definitely like to be in your shape when I'm 55 years old. He's not 55, he's like 34. Okay, just joking. You don't have to yell at me. Don't have to get angry at me. Just joking. At number 6, Siya Kolisi. He's back from illness. The Springbok captain, 51 caps, 105 kilograms, 188 centimeters. He's he's at number 6 in South Africa. He's playing open side flanker position. He's really, really good for, he's done really well for the team. He's also a really inspirational character on the field. So his leadership will be very, very important for this game. He wasn't there for the South African A-side game, so we'll see what difference he will make for this match. He's up against Courtney Laws, another English player, 87 caps, and he's 13 kilograms, 201 centimeters tall. Courtney Laws, he's again one of the very, very important players for the English team. His work at the breakdown has been quite good. He's just one of those players who's really pesky at the breakdowns, who just like basically, he's very disruptive if you don't put some pressure on him to put some checks on him, basically. He's a very, very impressive player. He's up against Peter Sepp du Toit. In South Africa, they play left and right, so Peter Sepp du Toit is technically the blindside flanker. 56 caps, 120 kilograms, 2 meters tall. He was the player of the year in 2018, and he is just, he's probably one of the best loose forwards in the world. And the way he plays, he also can play second row position, so he's also another jumping option for the Springboks. Just the way he plays, he's just relentless. The way he plays, like you're tired just watching him play. The way he just relentlessly, keep grinding at you, keep coming at you, keep going. It's just, very impressive player, very good stamina, and he's going to be quite an important piece of the puzzle for the Springboks for this game. And he's up against Tom Curry, 33 caps for England, 110 kilograms, and 185 centimeters. He's an open side flanker. He's technically up against Siya Kolisi. We'll see how he match up against the world champions and the Springbok captain. At number 8, Kawaga Smith, a relatively new player for the Springboks. Vermeulen it will be the preferred starting at number 8, but Vermeulen, he's injured, so Kawaga Smith is putting in here in his spot. He's only got 7 caps for the Springboks, 95 kilos, 108 centimeters tall, but he's used to be a sevens player for the Springboks. He has 158 caps for the sevens side, for the Springboks sevens side. And I guess for a number 8 position, especially you want someone to be able to support the midfield player as a runner. A sevens player is very, very pretty much exactly what you want to look for. So look out for Kawhi Smith to see how he performs in this role. He's up against Jack Conan, 20 caps for Ireland, 193 centimeters, 140 kilograms at the number 8 spot. Now let's have a look at the backs. Now this back line is, as I mentioned before, is for the South Africans. This is, I am pretty sure, is the exact back line from the Rugby World Cup. The starting back line. Faf de Klerk, the most pesty, annoying player in the South African team. 170 centimeters, that's 80 kilograms, 30 caps, and 20 points for the Springboks. His box kicking has been really, really good. And the fact that he can spot open space around the field and make a decision to attack a certain spot with his kicking and with his direction is very, very unique and really, really difficult to deal with. So Faf de Klerk is definitely one of the most important players in the Springbok team. Having a good performance out of him is critical in Springboks being able to win the game. He's absolutely one of the most critical players on the field for the Springboks. If he has a bad kicking game, Springboks are going to struggle. And Faf de Klerk, he did have a yellow card last game in the Springbok A game due to a sloppy shoulder charge tackle. So he definitely wants to work himself with that and try to stay composed for the most of the, stay composed under pressure. He's up against Ali Price, 42 caps for Scotland, 20 points, 178 centimeters, 88 kilograms. I am very surprised that Ali Price started over Conor Murray, but we shall see how he matches up with Faf de Klerk's speed and pace. But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. 100 Pollard, 189 centimeters tall, 101 kilograms, 49 caps, 465 points for South Africa. 100 Pollard, yeah, he is World Cup winner. His kicking is absolutely sublime. He is massive for a number 10 position. He almost plays like a center, and his kicking around the field is spectacular. His running game is spectacular. His decision making around the field is absolutely world class. He has been just warming back into international rugby. He's had a bit of injury coming back to the Springboks team, so this will be the biggest test he's played since the Rugby World Cup. So we'll see how he goes and see how he handles everything if he's still got it. It's very interesting to see. He's up against Dan Biggar, 92 caps for Wales, 494 points for Wales, 188 centimeters and 90 kilos. Dan Biggar has been a very solid performance for Wales, but he has a bit of injury recently, and he came back against the Sharks a couple weeks ago, and he had a few sloppy mistakes with his passes. I'm a bit surprised that he got a starting spot here over Owen Farrell, who looked a lot more consistent in last few weeks in the Lions tour at least. But Owen Farrell, he did have a bit of he had an injury as well, a bit of abdominal injury. But I'm just not sure. Dan Biggar, I'm not sure what Warren Gallen's thinking here. We shall see how it goes. I do think that between the fly half and the halfback, the Springboks has an edge here. Just based on Dan Biggar's form. Let me know what you think. At number 11 spot, Makazole Mapimpi, he's back. He's been ill for like 2-3 weeks, so it's really good to see him back without too many issues. He has 14 caps and 70 points for the Springboks, and he's up against the 24th South African on the field, Duan van der Merwe. He has 10 caps for Scotland, 40 points for Scotland, 193 centimeters tall, 105 kilograms. He's really fast, really big, and throughout the Lions tour, he's just been absolutely devastating, a try-scoring machine. And I'm really good to see him at number 11 spot. Interesting that he got this spot over Adams, but I can't really argue with that. His form, he's quite in form. Josh Adams, she's quite in form right now. Is Josh Adams injured? I don't remember him being injured. But anyway, it's good to see that he's earned himself this spot. And maybe he can help his old countrymen. Maybe he's a plant. We shall see. Okay. And then at number 12 position, Damien Delende. He's a really big inside center. 47 caps, 105 kilograms, 191 centimeters, 30 points for the Springboks. And he's going up against Robbie Henshaw. 52 caps for Ireland, 40 points, 186 centimeters, 95 kilograms. So Damien has a bit of size advantage over Robbie Henshaw. We shall see how Henshaw fares up against Delende. Again, I'm surprised that Owen Farrell isn't here or at 10, but we shall see what the biggest plan is for Warren Gatland. Outside center, Lukang Yo had a pretty good game in South Africa A side, in my opinion. 15 caps for South Africa, 98 kilos, 186 centimeters, and 15 points for the Springboks. He's up against Elliot Daly. 52 caps for England, 111 points for England, 183 centimeters, and 92 kilograms. Daly is, I'm very surprised again. He is in the number 13 position. He normally plays fullback for England, and I know that he switched to play outside center for England for a bit, but I'm pretty sure he played fullback during the Six Nations this year. Or wing. He played fullback or wing. I don't think he played outside center. So he is technically out of position. Let me know if I'm wrong here. I think he's out of position here, but he has been playing outside center in the Lions Test series for a few weeks now. So, and his performance in the outside center position, quite frankly, hasn't been great. Lots of silly drop balls, mistakes, and he does look a little bit out of his element in the outside center position. I'm surprised to see him here as a starting spot for the first test. We'll see how this goes. And also, I thought Elliot Daly, surely you bring him on in the second half of the game. He has that ability to kick, 50, 60 meters. Bring him on in the second half of the game as a finisher to get those, while he's fresh, having a higher chance of landing those, long distance kicks as well. So I was very surprised to see him at number 13 as starting. Number 14, Cheslin Kobe. He is the most electrifying player ever in the history of rugby. He is 171 centimeters and 80 kilos, tiny fella. 14 caps, 40 points for the Springboks. He's so dangerous. He's able to literally score the try anywhere on the field, given the ball. He can step any amount of players, any amount of defenders. He's the most agile player in the world by far. He has, in this Rugby World Cup finals, he stepped through 5 defenders from the English team to score a try. He steps through the All Blacks defense. He's so agile. It's like, when you watch him play, it's like unbelievable how quick and how good his steps are around the field. It's quite amazing to just watch this man play. It's truly just a joy to watch him run with the ball. And he's up against Anthony Watson, who's also one of the best wingers in the world. 51 tests for England, 110 points, 188 centimeters, 93 kilograms. Anthony Watson is also one of those freaks that he's just so good. Given the ball, he will, if any slip up, he will capitalize on it. Anthony Watson. I don't know. This is a great matchup. I can't wait to watch this. The fullback, Willie LaRue, 62 caps, 60 points, 186 centimeters, 90 kilograms. He's a solid foundation in the fullback position for the Springboks for many, many, many years now. He's very good. Sometimes, as I mentioned before, he drops the ball. But when he's on form, he's good. He's really, really good. We'll see how he goes in this game. He looked decent in the last match he played, I think, against Georgia. I don't think he played South Africa A, but he played Georgia. He looked pretty good. He's up against Stuart Hogg from Scotland, 85 test caps, 114 points, 180 centimeters, and 93 kilograms. This will be very interesting. I'm surprised to see Stuart Hogg here. I thought Liam Williams might take his spot. Or Elliot Daly. But Warren Gatland, we shall see how he goes. Now, the substitutes, as I've mentioned in the introduction, probably, yeah, probably more important than the starting team, especially for the British and Irish Lions. So first up, we have Malcolm Marx, a hooker position, a reserve hooker position. He's again, one of the best hookers in the world. 34 caps, 114 kilograms, 189 centimeters. He's up against Ken Owens, 82 caps for Wales, 186 centimeters, 112 kilograms. Owens could easily be the starting hooker in my opinion. Stephen Kitov, the loose head, 84 caps, 120 kilograms, 183 centimeters. Again, could have been starting, and he's up against he's not really. He's up against Carl Sinclair technically, a number 18 spot, 47 points for England, 120 kilograms, 22 kilograms, 176 centimeters. This, Carl Sinclair. The fact that he got knocked out in the World Cup final, we finally get to see him scrum against a Springbok side. So this is kind of exciting for me. Finally, we can see Sinclair. What would happen if he didn't get knocked out? But, technically it's not exactly the same because the beast, who he was supposed to scrum up against, has retired. So we have Kitov in replacement. But the next man, Franz Malherbe, he's Malherbe. Anyway, it's French but pronounced in like Afrikaans way. So just okay. 39 caps, 125 kilograms, 90 centimeters. He is the best prop in the world, in my opinion. And in the Rugby World Cup, he absolutely destroyed the English scrum. And we shall see how Roy Sutherland, 2 caps for Scotland, 183 centimeters, 113 kilograms. We'll see how he fares up against the best tight head prop in the world in the second half. I'm surprised that Marco Vinopola didn't get another opportunity here. And Warren Gallen opted for, someone with 2 caps for Scotland. We shall see how this goes, I guess. And Sinclair, we shall see how this goes. This will be very, very critical in determining how the game goes in the second half. It's these 3 players in the front row. And the second row, Duke Diega will come in, most likely for Monster. 45 caps, 125 kilos, 206 centimeters. He's definitely been brought in this spot as a finisher for the Springboks. He's up against Ty Byrne, 22 caps for Ireland, 198 centimeters, 113 kilograms. And then we have Reinhard Elstart, 2 caps for the Springboks, 198 centimeters, 120 kilograms. Hamish Watson, at number 20 spot for the British and Irish Lions, 41 caps for Scotland, 25 points, 185 centimeters, 101 kilograms. I did think that Watson might have earned himself a starting spot in the 4-pack, in the loose forwards. But Warren Gallen looking like wants him to, the fact that he's on the bench tells me that Gatlin wants to, there's so much power on the bench for the British and Irish Lions team. We'll just see how they go. Herschel Yanshi's 11 caps, 166 centimeters tall, 84 kilograms. He is, despite his size, he's very, very good for the Springboks. And he's done really, really well coming off the bench for the Springboks in recent times, including a draw against New Zealand where he scored like a last-minute try to level the series, to level the match in New Zealand in 2019. So he is very, very good. Watch out for this guy coming off the bench. Conor Murray, he's up against Conor Murray. 81 caps for Ireland, 95 points for Ireland, 186 centimeters, 94 kilograms. Most people would say he should have been starting. Warren Gallen's planning something here in the second half, so he's definitely jamming that experience and punching power in the second half. And then for the fly half position, Elton Yanshi's 38 caps, 283 points, 176 centimeters, 88 kilograms. He is, one of the best fly halves in the world, and he's on the bench because Andre Pola is just spectacular. Nothing against Yanshi's kicking's very good. Running game's spectacular. Not much to say about nothing bad to say about this guy. Up against Owen Farrell. Be interesting to see which position Owen Farrell comes on for. Is he going to be in the center? Is he going to be a number 10 for bigger? Or maybe he depends on the situation. We shall see. And he's 93 caps for England, 1,019 points for England, 188 centimeters, 94 kilograms. Yeah, he is definitely going to be probably the most important players coming on the bench, and he's going to be one of the most lethal player in the whole game, and he's going to come off the bench in the last 30 minutes, maybe 35 minutes to try to finish the Springboks off. And finally, Damien Valenci at number 23, 7 caps for Springboks, 187 centimeters, 91 kilos, up against Liam Williams, the veteran, 171 caps for Wales, 80 points for Wales, 188 centimeters, 85 kilos. Yeah, Liam Williams, he will come on for the fullback for Stuart Hogg, most likely. We shall see how things go. And I'm really surprised that Josh Adams did not make the cut at all, despite his outstanding form in recent times. So yeah, some very interesting selections. Let me know what you think. Did Warren Gatland get the better of the Springboks by announcing his team a day later? Let me know what you think. I think he did. I think he definitely made some changes and really packed the bench to match up with the Springboks on the reserve side in the second half. So yeah, let me know what you think. And also feel free to check out my top 10 list for a bit of a laugh. I'll put the links down below. And thank you for watching, and have a good day. I'll see you for the inaugural test of the Lion series. Thank you for watching.